During the recovery phase, there isn't as much going on as there is in some other types of sports. However, the basketball players still must make sure that they have cleanly ended their shot and that they're ready to carry on with their gameplay. The elite athlete's arms stay in the previous follow-through position as they let go of the ball at the correct time, and they let it release towards the basket. My performer's arms also follow through, however at slightly different times, potentially meaning the ball is released at different times from either hand, meaning the ball's course of movement is altered. Both performers have a stable landing, the elite performer from their jump and the technical model athlete steps forward to recover. They are also both ready to carry on, whether that is taking a rebound shot or carrying on playing during a game situation. There are many advantages to the technical model as well as some disadvantages. It can be a very precise model on how to evaluate a player's technique. This is because coaches can use many different websites or apps to replay and review their athlete's technique to give further improvements in the future. By using a technical model and changing a performer's ways and methods, it can prevent injury because it's improving their technique. If their previous technique was poor, they could put themselves in position to cause harm. This is also helpful for all levels of athletes, no matter their ability. It's used on elite athletes as well as beginners. Everyone deserves the opportunity to improve their technique and get better at their chosen sport. If players have a good technique, it increases the likelihood of obtaining their outcome. If elite basketball players had poor shooting techniques, then they wouldn't obtain that outcome over shooting hoops and winning enough points to win the game. It also helps to provide the athlete with a better reputation. If an athlete makes consistent shots or consistently good passes, then they're more likely to improve their game and be picked up by sponsors and new teams. It also helps set examples for younger players if they're an elite athlete or an example for their other teammates. Using a technical model to improve at their game also proves that these technical models do work well and should be used regularly by coaches. There are, however, some disadvantages to this technical model. The technical model works on telling an athlete how to use an orthodox method. However, for some athletes, this orthodox method doesn't work for them, and they have their own better, more unique methods. If you try to change somebody's successful technique, then they will probably actually get worse and not improve at all. Even though we don't teach unorthodox methods, if it works for somebody, it shouldn't necessarily be changed. For example, the Olympic runner Zola Budd from South Africa chose to run many of her races barefoot. While this method is completely crazy and not recommended to anyone, it works for her, so therefore she shouldn't change it. It has also been noted that people like Paula Radcliffe have a really poor running technique. However, she's won 3 Olympic gold medals, so why change something that works? Some of these performers actually struggle with an orthodox routine. If this is something that a successful athlete does struggle with, it may ruin their performance technique. Even if you use a perfect technical model, it won't always work on different athletes and provide a perfect outcome. For example, with the basketball shot, different things come into play, such as a player's height or other people they're defending against in a game situation. Whatever works best for a player should be used.